Don't want to mislead, this is all you need. Be your everything, and I'll be your everything. Still too soon to feel, please just say it's real. More than just a thrill, not just in it for the thrill. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my buttons, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my buttons, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love. 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 I'm in it for the love.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Waupun, Wisconsin, here at Veterans Memorial Field as we get ready for this East Central Conference contest between the undefeated, number 6 ranked Plymouth Panthers, who are coming here into senior night here in Waupun, as this is the last home game for the Waupun Warriors in this season. And the Waupun Warriors currently are 0-4 in the East Central Conference, but 2-4 overall, as they were able to get wins in their first 2 contests of the school year, as they were taking on some much smaller division-wise opponents. So I just wanted to make sure that we welcome you all. This is Jeff Sauer here on Radio Plus, as well as AM 1170. Steve Winterhack and Randy Armga will be doing a broadcast, I believe, in Randolph tonight. So if you want to pop back and forth between the 2 games, please feel free to do so. It would also be beneficial if you would log in a little bit to the Radio Plus YouTube page, besides the Waupun Warriors Athletic YouTube page, and let the Radio Plus folks know that you appreciate these broadcasts that I've been doing, so I can continue to do this again next year, and also looking to do forward to doing a few of the winter sports. Mainly hockey is that's probably the sport that I enjoy the most and the most that I know the most about. I have been trying to do a little bit of soccer as well. Tonight is also a youth night for the Warriorettes, so the Warriorettes young program youth will be out here performing at halftime. And it's awesome to have the pep band here tonight under the direction of Michelle Nagel, so thank you again to the Waupun Warriors pep band. Here's the little bit about the Holman pregame show as we broadcast here from the Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth.
HolmanAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeAndAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeAndAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Holman family your first stop at HomeAndAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Holman.
Once again, a huge shout out to Holman Auto for their pregame sponsorship. So again, tonight's contest, the Plymouth Panthers, again coming in 6th ranked in the state in Division 3. And looking at a few of their stats, Kellen Mella seems to be the man for the Plymouth Panthers. As not only is he the leading passer with 45 pass completions on 85 attempts for a total of 604 yards, approximately 7.1 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns on the season. The passer rating, he's got 7 interceptions, a passer rating of 57.2. And so far, the only scare that the Plymouth Panthers have had this season is when they took on Kettle Moraine Lutheran 2 weeks ago at KML, and they were able to squeak out a 22-20 victory. Last week they took on Port Washington at home and came out with a 14-6 victory. Other than that, they have been very dominant in their contests. So it does show that if KML is in there to compete with Plymouth, there is always a chance for any team on any given night to pull off the victory. So I mentioned about Kellen Mella. He's also the leading rusher with 94 rushing attempts, 526 yards, so that's 5.6 yards per attempt, and 8 touchdowns on the season. You also see some running by Ian Struve. He's had 57 rushing attempts for 313 yards, and Dylan Sass also with 47 rushing attempts for 198 yards. Leading receiver, since Mella's the one who's throwing the ball and running it, he is not the leading receiver. So you got Jake Steinhardt, who is the leading receiver with 14 receptions, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Jeb Needus is also one of the receivers for the Plymouth Panthers. He's got 8 receptions for 128 yards, and there's a host with 6 or so that have that many catches. Also, I did notice when I got the starting lineup, as we're going to announce the Plymouth Panthers starting lineup on defense, Kellen Mella is also an outside linebacker. And looking at the stats, he's not one of the leading tacklers so far for the Plymouth Panthers. You can also see in the upper right-hand corner there that the 40 seconds left before we go through the introduction, so we'll do that on the New Medical Center scoreboard, and we'll be back to talk a little bit about the Waupun Warriors.
Chronic joint pain. It's all you think about. It prevents you from doing the things you love, like playing with your kids and grandkids, golfing, going for a walk, or just trying to tie your shoes. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Mitch. I was treated at New Medical Center for knee pain. I had problems walking or standing for any length of time, but now after 3 months, I have hardly any pain. It's like 90% gone. I don't think twice about my knees anymore. Anybody who is thinking about knee surgery, I would definitely recommend this procedure. You
go to newmedicalctr.com. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
So welcome back again here to Veterans Memorial Field here in Waupun. I am going to see if I can pick up the band here for the national anthem before we talk a little bit about the Waupun Warriors. All right, I'm not sure if you could hear that or not, but I want to give a shout out to the Waupun Junior Senior High School pep band. Actually, it's just the high school pep band, and just like when I was talking to Coach Ron Walters, the pep band has also been decimated with illness and having to wear their COVID masks. It's pretty hard to practice when you're wearing those masks. So shout out to them for doing the best that they could tonight. And as I just mentioned, Ron Walters had talked to me, and he said that there's not only do they have a couple of injuries on their squad, but they've also had the illness bug with the COVID situation has also hit their football team. And as such, it's not expecting it to be as strong as it possibly could be, but he still is expecting them to be rather competitive. So talking about the Waupun Warriors again here, the Easton Hull is the leading passer. He's quarterback for the Waupun Warriors, a junior with 21 completions on 51 attempts, 329 yards total, 3 interceptions. And his leading receiver has been Lucas Meyer with 11 receptions for 161 yards. 14.6 yards per catch, and the next receiver is Zeke Kelly with 3 receptions for 80 yards. The Warriors are more of a rushing team, and their rush offense is first of all led by Lucas Meyer with 59 attempts for 396 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ashton Campbell also gets into the running game for the Warriors, just one behind Lucas Meyer there with 58 carries at 247 yards. About 4.2 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns, 1 fumble for Campbell. Anthony Nyber has 19 carries for 113 yards. Zeke Kelly with 16 carries, and Isaac Lewin, senior tonight, with 24 carries for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. Want to give a shout out quick to some of our other sponsors. I want to thanks to Ergo Bank, Nathan Potraz Custom Carpentry, American Family Insurance agent Christine File, Dentistry of Wisconsin, Bent's Automotive, VZ Flooring, Torres Tree Service, Seabroxma Electric, Finishing Touches by Rich, and Our Bar are our sponsors for tonight. New Medical Center injury report. Again, I don't have any specifics, but there is some issues, again, with some of the COVID that's taking place. Running through the school right now, especially at the high school, so it has had an impact on how well those how the athletes are able to practice. Want to mention our seniors tonight. So Tanner Schultz, number 3, Avery Guardiola, number 8, Isaac Glewin, number 16, Jack Knipple, number 21, Landon Fry, number 28, Lucas Meyer, number 67, Daniel Wilcom, number 84, Hunter Witter, and number 87, Ashton Campbell on senior night here at Veterans Memorial Field. Plymouth Panthers are asked to have their defense introduced, and they're going to be starting, it looks like, in a 3-4 setup, as they're going to have 3 down linemen, or 2 down linemen and a defensive end. Michael Levinson and Aaron Veldman will be the 2 down linemen, and the defensive end will be Jeb Needis. Linebackers will be Marco Troika, Ryan Kell, and outside linebackers will be that Kellen Mella, as I had mentioned before, and Jake Shutter. And the defensive backfield will be Dakota Creasa and Dominic Riederer, Jordan Linsmeyer, and Ian Struve for the Plymouth Panthers here as we get ready to kick this contest off here, as it's the last home game for the Waupun Warriors in this 2021 football season. They will still have 2 East Central contests that they're going to be battling for next week and the following week, but this will be the last home game, and let's hope that the Warriors can get off to a good, quick start tonight. Step away here for a second and get a little bit of love from our sponsors, and we'll be back here for the kickoff.
Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry is a proud sponsor of today's game. Celebrating 10 years in business, Nathan specializes in kitchen and bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, new construction, additions, and more. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry also has an in-house designer on staff with virtual reality designs to help visualize your space before construction starts. Quality, efficiency, and integrity. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry. See Nathan's work at potratscarpentry.com and like them on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Veterans Memorial Field as we get ready for the kickoff here. East Central Conference competition, the undefeated Plymouth Panthers and the 0-4 in conference Waupun Warriors. Here goes the kick. It's going to be picked up there by Easton Hull. He's going to take it towards the center, and he's going to get tackled right there. It looks like at about the 23-yard line, 22-yard line is where the Waupun Warriors offense will take over. So if you watched the broadcast last week, you know that when I'm the only cameraman, I can run my instant replays and I can zoom in a little bit more, and I'll do the best that I can with that tonight, but it's a little bit more challenging when I'm the only one here running all of the engineering and the cameras. So see what I can do. I'm hoping that I can get those as Waupun Warriors are going to start out here on the 22-yard line. Trying to also keep track of some unofficial stats to give you a little bit of information at halftime. Plymouth is going to jump offside, so good job there as Easton Hull was able to get Plymouth to jump. So a quick 5 for the Warriors. So instead of like they've started out in their other contests, the Warriors have now advanced it 5 yards already, making it 1st and 5 from about the 28-yard line. First down and 5 here from Veterans Memorial Field. Right away, a rollout here by Easton Hull. Tries to dump it out here to Ashton Campbell, and that's going to be incomplete here for the Warriors. First down and 5 here from Veterans Memorial Field. Right away, a rollout here by Easton Hull. Tries to dump it out here to Ashton Campbell, and that's going to be incomplete. Had Campbell wide open there in the flats, just kind of overthrew him, floated just a little bit on him as he was rolling out here to his right, which obviously is the easier throw for the quarterback, being a right-handed quarterback. But he had more success actually rolling to the left, where he had a little bit more field to operate with. Here's a second, going in motion, and that's going to be stuffed right there, probably for a 1-yard loss, as that looks like that's going to be Campbell is going to get stuffed for a 1-yard loss. Brings up 3rd and 6. Back down to the 27-yard line. Opening drive here at Veterans Memorial Field here for the Waupun Warriors on senior night. Be nice to send these seniors off with a victory. Quick drop, and that's going to go over the top of the head of number 4, Anthony Nyber. And that's going to bring up 4th and 6. As Hull just overthrew just a regular go route, going right up the center, right up the field, and unable to execute is Hull, unable to connect with Nyber. So that's going to bring in the Warriors to punt. Gluin picks up the punt. There's a good punt there for Gluin as he drives him back behind the 40. Picked up there by Plymouth. Gets around Lucas Meyer. Takes it inside, looks to make a move, has it outside. There's an opportunity, and a good job there by Ashton Campbell to step up and make the tackle. And we'll see what the flag is here on the field. With the radios, the officials wearing mics, they are usually able to communicate with each other and not having to give those hand signals right away, but they usually start to have a conversation. It's going to be a block in the back, and that'll automatically back up Plymouth. So a good return there for the Plymouth Panthers, and it's going to be negated there by the block in the back, and that's going to back up the Panthers. are now going to be starting. It looks like they're going to be starting from their 46-yard line. So Plymouth will be at the 46 of the Waupun Warriors for their first play. Kind of figured with the numbers that this is going to be an RPO type of offense. Makes the read, hands it off to number 23, has a seam, looks to bust it through, tries to cut it up, and does, and he's going to get tackled down at about the 17. Kind of figured with the numbers that this is going to be an RPO type of offense. Makes the read, hands it off to number 23, has a seam, looks to bust it through, tries to cut it up, and does, and he's going to get tackled down at about the 17. All the way down to about the 17-yard line. That's going to be a 29-yard pickup. Once again, give it to Struvia. He's got plenty of room as he runs hard through the center and gets tackled right about at the 1-yard line. That's going to be a 29-yard pickup. Once again, give it to Struvia. He's got plenty of room as he runs hard through the center and gets tackled right about. Mella runs over to the sideline, picks up the play. He's going to two backs. Looks to hand it off again, and Struvi's going to finish this one on his own. So 3 plays, and Struvi's going to pick up the 1-yard touchdown. So 3 running plays right away, and Struvi's going to pick up all 46 yards. For the Plymouth Panthers to take the lead here 6-0 at Veterans Memorial Field. Going here to do the extra point. Short one lineman. He comes in, gets himself set as they get ready to make the kick. Here's the kick from number 6, I believe that is, right down the middle. And that's going to be Jake Shutter, who's going to get the point after. And that brings the score to 7-0 here from Waupun.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back here to the Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth here in Waupun, Wisconsin, Veterans Memorial Field. Plymouth took their first possession, drove it right down the field in 3 running plays. And with 9:57 on the clock, they lead 7-0 on the New Medical Center scoreboard. That's going to be a kick return. Again, Hull slams on the brakes, tries to make a move, and he's going to make it up to about the 20. And then he'll be taken down there where the Waupun Warriors will take over here. 1st and 10 as they're going to start at the 20-yard line. So their second possession, first possession they were able to get him to jump off sides, and then it was 2 straight incompletions and 1 running play for a loss of a yard that then put the Warriors into a punt situation and turned it right back over to Plymouth, who was able to take it and march it down the field. As I mentioned earlier, the Plymouth Panthers are ranked number 6 in Division III. Port Washington didn't even receive any honorable mention or any. There's the first good running play here, picking up maybe 3 yards. I think that's Meyer, but I'm not sure until he gets off of the bottom of the stack here, so we'll see who gets up on that running play. Nope, Ashton Campbell with a run. Picks up 3 yards. Second down for the Waupun Warriors, 2nd and 7. As they come back up. Back in their double wing setup. Again, dive right up the middle. That'll be Lucas Meyer. Meyer's going to pick up 2 yards, it looks like. maybe 3. We'll be generous. Let's give him that 3 yards. It's going to make it 3rd down and 6. So 2 positive yard plays here for the Warriors. Picking up 4 yards so far. Trying to go right up into the heart of the defense of the Plymouth Panthers. Coming in motion again, trying to get out to the outside. That looks like that's Meyer again, and he's going to get stopped this time for a 1-yard loss. And it's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Warriors. They're going to go back into punt formation. Gould will be back to punt. Clock running there on the new Medical Center scoreboard. Ooh, almost had that one blocked. He's going to get runned into, but they say because the Plymouth Panthers helped him up. And that'll be stopped right about at the 41, so no return. And the Plymouth Panthers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line. So they'll start out at their 41. Here for their second possession. Steamy night tonight. This is just unreal for October 1st. As far as I can tell for football weather, usually we're wearing sweatshirts for sure at this time of year for football, but it's got me down at 76 degrees still here on my app. Warriors blitz. Struve's going to try and get to the outside. There's going to be a block in the back, so I saw the flag come out right away. So Struve stays in bounds, but this is going to be all for naught, as it's going to be a block in the back over there, or a holding, depending on how they're going to call it. So it's going to be at the 40-yard line. It's the official calls holding, and that'll back up the Plymouth Panthers 10 yards here. That'll be a good start here for the Warriors. Putting them 1st and 20. All the way back to the 30-yard line. Struve was trying to get to the outside, and the linebacker, the D end out there, I can't figure out which one that was, did a good job of maintaining gap control over the Warriors defense. I think that was Lucas Meyer on the tackle. Of maintaining gap control over there, and forced the tackle to block. Here comes the first pass. Milla, good job there by the Warriors defense. I think that was trying to hit Struve out there in the flats for no gain. Oops, I take that back. I guess that's going to look like that's went from the 30 to about the 34, so we're going to give him 3-4 yards on that. Second pass attempt here from Mella. It's going to go over the top of number 44. That's going to be Jeb Needus, 6'8", wide receiver. Misses him, throws it high to a 6'8" receiver. He was open coming in on that slant and just missed him. And that's going to make it 3rd and long here for the Plymouth Panthers. Wasn't that as much pressure that time when the Warriors had blitzed on the second down play, or I take that on the first down play. Coming in motion. Mella's going to roll out, try and give himself some time. Then he taps and lofts it. It's going to get it out to Needus. Needus makes the adjustment, but underthrown, and an incomplete pass. The second down play, or I take that on the first down play. Coming in motion. Mella's going to roll out, try and give himself some time. Then he taps and lofts it. It's going to get it out to Needus. Needus makes the adjustment, but underthrown, and an incomplete pass. The Warriors defense holds, and the Panthers are going to have to punt after that mistake on first down with the holding penalty. So a good defensive stand there by the Waupun Warriors. Snaps back as he was looking to get the free 5 yards. Mella's the punter as well, and he's going to angle that one well out of bounds. That should be up about at the 35-yard line, if not a little bit further. So we'll see what the line judge on the far side calls. He says it's out at the 30. I don't know how that could have been out at the 30. When I look from here, the ball looked like it bounced there. Punter as well, and he's going to angle that one well out of bounds. That should be up about at the 35. Missed it there on the instant replay. My instant replay is set up as a timer, so try and make an adjustment here also. I want to make an adjustment a little bit here on my clock, so let's hope we don't mess this up too bad. Cause a little bit more room for me to be a little bit more flexible with the camera. 6:45 here on the New Medical Center scoreboard, where the Plymouth Panthers lead the Waupun Warriors 7-0 here on senior night in Waupun at Veterans Memorial Field. Quick step again. Hull tries to hit the little in quickly as he was trying to hit that to number 21 for Waupun. Landon Fry, and unable to execute as Plymouth had sniffed that out, and that was probably one of the best throwing plays for Waupun when they were trying to hit Mason Holes on that quick little slant. Take 2 steps or 3 steps forward and drive hard on that in route on the post, and trying to hit him on that slant, trying to hit him in motion. And that time it was over to Fry. Coming back in motion. Hands it on the inside. Tried to get that one to Campbell. And that's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Waupun Warriors. As Ashton Campbell gets no gain on the inside handoff, so kind of a trap. They're running up there at the line. Looking back to throw it back. That might be pass interference, but I guess not. He was trying to hit it to Gluin, but you could see that all the way. Hull dropped back quickly as Gluin had came in motion, and all he did was look right at Gluin. It was pretty easy for the linebacker and the D-back to read that play and step up. And that's another incomplete pass there for Easton Hull. Those are some things that he'll learn as he gets a little bit more experience, to try and not look at that receiver right away. Gluin might have been tipped, I don't know, but picked up there by Plymouth. Has room down the sideline. Good tackle right in front of us here by Lucas Meyer. So sorry about missing that tackle. But he's going to be taken down right about, it looks like, at the 43-yard line. And that's where Plymouth will take over here on their 3rd possession. They're coming up to the line rather quickly. So far, only been giving up 7 points here in this first quarter to Plymouth's offense, who's been pretty high-powered. Struve again, same play as they run those 2 backs, and he's got an opening, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. So Struve from the 43-yard line is going to score another touchdown, and that's going to make it 14-0. Or sorry, take that back. Not the extra point yet, so it's going to make it 13-0 as Struve takes it through that gap where they have the lead back that's sitting back there in that pro set. Goes through as the lead blocker. And that one is drilled through, so it is 14-0 here on the New Medical Center scoreboard here from Waupun at Veterans Memorial Field.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Christine File Agent at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun or call 920-324-3488 today. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome back here to Waupun and Veterans Memorial Field, where the Plymouth Panthers have taken a 14-0 lead here in the first quarter with still 5:39 left on the New Medical Center scoreboard. Here goes the kick, a little pooch kick, and hit hard, but they still gained pretty positive yards at about the 36-yard line. I think that was Landon Fry over there that received that punt. So Landon, one of the seniors here on senior night, at the 36-yard line. So the Warriors are going to start here in their offense just across the 35-yard line. Hull's going to drop back again. This time fires it over to the sideline. That looked like that was a pretty good pass play there to Nyber. So the Warriors are going to start here in their offense just across the 35-yard line. Hull's going to drop back again. This time fires it over to the sideline. That brings up 2nd down and 10 here for the Waupun Warriors, who are trailing 14-0 to East Central Conference rival Plymouth Panthers. Going to a 4 wide receiver set, throws it out of the flat to Meyer, and that's going to be a huge loss as he receives that at about, going to say that he's tackled at about the 32-yard line, so he's going to get a 6-yard loss on that pass play to Meyer. And the Waupun Warriors are heading in the wrong direction. And trailing here 14-0, they can't afford to drop down too many points. They continue to drop down, and that's going to cause all kinds of issues as this offense is not used to being a quick hitter score offense. Usually when you're in this double wing set. Back to 2 wide receivers. Going in motion is Glue, and they go for a double reverse, and they sniff it out right away as Nyber gets tackled again for another 4-yard loss. Offense. Usually when you're in this double wing set. Back to 2 wide receivers. Going in motion is Glue, and they go for a double reverse, and they sniff it out right away as Nyber gets tackled again. It's going to bring up 4th down, and Isaac Gluen's going to have his 3rd punt. Take that back. This is the 4th punt already of the night. That one is almost blocked again, and it calls for the fair catch is number 3, Jake Steinhardt for Plymouth. And Plymouth is going to take over at their 43-yard line for their 4th possession. They've scored on 2 of their 3 possessions. Both of them running plays, huge running plays by number 23, Ian Struve, senior for Plymouth. Right here in front of our Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth. Mella, this time hands it off to number 4, cuts it inside. That's going to be a fumble. And to see if the Warriors were able to get on top of it, we'll see what the officials say. See if they can get that call. Let's see if Equipment Company broadcast booth. Mella, this time hands it off to number 4, cuts it inside. That's going to be a fumble. And to see if the Warriors were able to get on top of it. And the Waupun Warriors take possession there on the fumble by Dylan Sass. So Sass with the fumble for Plymouth. So all it takes is a couple of other mistakes here, and that keeps the Waupun Warriors in it as they're going to pick it up at the 46-yard line. So it's a fumble by Sauce. Handoff to the Warriors. Ashton Campbell right up the gut for a 3-yard gain by Sauce. Handoff to the Warriors. Ashton Campbell right up the gut for a 3-yard gain. Back here to live action at Veterans Memorial Field. The Warriors coming back up to the ball. Wide receiver split top and bottom of your screen. Going in motion is Nyber. Looks to hand it off to Campbell. There's a little mix-up, but he's able to sneak through, but there goes going to be a flag. And then most of the time that's going to be a holding penalty. It looked like he had more than enough for the first down. Stop of the clock, and it's going to be a holding as the signal that the official is going to give on the Waupun Warriors. Almost at the line of scrimmage, so they're going to call it. The holding penalty took place at the 40, so that's going to back up the Warriors 9 yards. Loss for the Warriors, and they're going to take over at the 50-yard line. And they had a chance here to put a little bit of pressure on Plymouth with that nice run there, even though it was a mix-up in the backfield between Hull and Campbell. Good gain. Going back, Nyber back in motion. This time again, inside handoff to Campbell, and Campbell's going to pick up 3 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 12 after the penalty. Hull gets the play over there by Coach Ron Walters. Making the call, getting themselves set up here to their best opportunity. It's time they bring the wide receiver in tight to the tight end. They're going to send Nyber out again. Sorry about that. Campbell finds a little seam. He's able to bust through, and he's close to a first down as he picks up 11 yards. And down is number 2, Dakota Griza for Plymouth. Never like to see anybody that's going to be hurt, so we're going to take a look at it, and we'll step away here for 1 second and hear from Marion College.
We educate tomorrow's heroes today. Developed by the area's best nurses, your acceptance into Marion University's BSN program will allow you to take nursing courses in your sophomore year. Apply to Marion University today. In each community, forensic scientists crack the toughest cases. With Marion University's Forensic Science Bachelor's program, learn from industry-experienced faculty within a hands-on crime scene lab. Apply to Marion University today.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Deb. I have come here today for advanced arthritis in my knees. Before, I had a lot of trouble walking, doing stairs, getting in and out of my car, just your basic day-to-day stuff. Since I am walking stairs without handrails, I can get in and out of a chair. I can be
Back here to live action at Veterans Memorial Field as a couple of players helped off the injured Panther. 4th and 1. Hull steps back from the line as he's trying to draw him off sides first. Instead of looking for the quick hitter, now he does, gives it to Campbell, and they read it perfectly, and they stuffed the Warriors. Trying to make that same inside handoff, and it's going to be turned over on downs as Campbell's going to lose 3 yards. And the Plymouth Panthers are going to take over on downs. So Warriors understood them trying to draw them off, but I almost think that a quick hitter right there might have been a little bit better to try and make that on a quick snap count, to try and just quickly get it as they had success. There's going to be the first running play that the Warriors are going to stuff after only a 2-yard gain. Sorry about the camera there that flipped over. So Stuvey this time only picks up 2. Leaves it as 2nd and 8 for the Plymouth Panthers. Good job there by the Warrior defense making the adjustment. Interesting offensive set here as they bring one back forward. And they're going to bring him in motion. There's a pure running play, and a good job there again by the Warriors to read that as Mella is going to take his first carry. Looks like he's going to pick up 1 yard. So number 7, Kellen Mella, running QB. So I guess when you think about it, that setup certainly may lend itself as it gives him a little bit more of a 2 lead blockers coming to this side. But the Warriors did a good job of sniffing that out. That's going to make it 3rd down and 5. Mella's going to go back. It's going to be motion on the Plymouth Panthers, and that'll back them up 5 yards. And that'll take it 3rd and 10. So Waupun Warrior defense has been able to step up after a couple of those quick, hard plays. The official gave a little bit more than 5 yards, but the Warriors will take it. It's going to take it back to 3rd and 11. Mella's going to drop back. Here comes the Warriors on the blitz. He steps up, has a little bit of room to run, and then he's taken down there by big number 54 for the Waupun Warriors. Owen Koima steps up and makes the tackle. Mella's going to drop back. Here comes the Warriors on the blitz. He steps up, has a little bit of room to run, and then he's taken down there by big number 54 for the Waupun Warriors. Brings up 4th down here for the Plymouth Panthers. So once again, the Waupun Warriors were able to stop the Plymouth Panthers. Mella trying to draw him off sides, but no doing. He's going to drop back, make the quick kick. It's going to go right to number 13, I believe. That's going to be Mason Holes, and that's going to roll all the way back to the 15-yard line as Holes was unable to pick that up. And that's going to do it here for the first quarter. And we'll be back after these messages.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Jorge. I was treated at New Medical Center for rainy pain. Could not do the stairs or kick the soccer ball. So now I can do the stairs, play soccer again, and I can walk over 3 miles with no pain at all. I recommend this to any pain of the joints for everybody.
Go to newmedicalctr.com. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back here to Veterans Memorial Field. A flag was down there on the punt, and they're trying to explain to the Plymouth coaches what the call was. And looks like having that conversation, they're going to so it looks like it's going to be a offsetting penalties, so they're going to re-kick. I am surprised that they are re-kicking this ball. That really surprises me after they had pinned the Warriors deep all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So kind of surprising to me that they're deciding that they're going to re-kick, and they're actually going to get backed up even further. So that's why they didn't have the choice, as they thought that it was offsetting penalties, but it's not. So the Plymouth Panthers hurting themselves with all of these penalties here. Certainly not looking like a well-disciplined team that you would expect to see that's ranked number 6 in Division III at the state of Wisconsin. I believe that that's already their 5th penalty, and they're huge. And now there's going to be another flag, and this time it's going to be a flinch, and they're going to back them up another 5 yards. So, again, I think that is the 6th penalty on the Plymouth Panthers. And now they're coming in with some wholesale substitution. It looks like they're going to go directly to the punt team instead of trying to play some games. So Mella's going to go back and going to go to regular punt formation. This is still the end of the quarter. That's on the ground. That's going to be blocked by the Waupun Warriors. Here's an opportunity to pick it up, and then they rough the punter. But with the ball tipped, he should be able to make contact, and let's see what happens here. This is still the end of the quarter. That's on the ground. That's going to be blocked by the Waupun Warriors. Here's an opportunity to pick it up, and then they rough the punter. But with the ball tipped, he should be able to make contact, and let's see what happens here. And the officials get together, and it is a block punt, so there is no penalty for roughing into the punter. And the Waupun Warriors are going to take over at the 8-yard line here for the Waupun Warriors on offense. So at the end of the quarter, they should have to switch directions, I would think, here. Since it's the end of the quarter, they're going to mark that at the 8-yard line. They are going to make them switch ends. And the Waupun Warriors, a huge break here as the Plymouth Panthers had to go back into punt formation. And I saw them out here earlier when I arrived here. I was watching them doing warm-ups, and they were trying to find somebody who could snap the ball back to the punter. So going back into regular punt formation, that thing trickled on the ground. The punter tried to pick it up, but the Warriors did a good job of sneaking through on that outside and getting a hand on it. I'm not sure who got the block, but they were able to get the block punt, and I think that was Isaac Gluen who was able to squirt over there here on senior night and recover that ball for the Waupun Warriors. Obviously, you can go back and watch the broadcast and see who was able to do it. But either way, the Waupun Warriors are going to start here at the beginning of the second quarter with the ball at the 8-yard line.
Saputo Cheese, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility.
So we'll come back. We'll give Saputo the opportunity to get that advertisement back in. We're back here to live action, and I want to make sure that we can capture this Waupun Warrior touchdown if they're able to sneak one in here. At the 8-yard line, Hull gives it hard. Oh, and a blitz there. And going down hard. Slammed on the shoulder is Isaac Gluen. And Gluen's going to get a 4-yard loss, it looks like. And that's going to make it 2nd and 12. As crashing hard on the defensive end through that gap for Plymouth. Gluen didn't even have a chance. Just as he picked it up, he was met right there by the D lineman for the Plymouth Panthers. Once again, back to their double wing set. Wide receivers out, coming in motion is Gluen. Goes to hit that seam, throws an interception right into the hands of the linebacker. Hull's got to try and run him down, and he does get him right at the 50-yard line. To their double wing set. Wide receivers out, coming in motion is Gluen. Goes to hit that seam, throws an interception right into the hands of the linebacker. Hull's got to try and run him down, and he does get him right at the 50-yard line. Scoring, but the Waupun Warriors turned what was going to be an excellent scoring opportunity into a huge mistake on the turnover. And it goes right back over to Plymouth, who now has the short field at the 50-yard line. See if the Waupun Warrior defense can step up once again and stop. Back same running play to Struve. Struve has it, pops it to the outside, gets to the corner with speed, tries to get in there. Good tackle there by number 2 for Waupun, but not before Struve picks up huge yards. Back same running play to Struve. Struve has it, pops it to the outside, gets to the corner with speed, tries to get in there. Good tackle there by number 2 for Waupun, but not before Struve. 25-yard gain there for Struve. As he gets out of bounds at the 25-yard line, take off from there from the 50. They had him bottled up, then he squirts to the outside. Good tackle there by Tanner Schultz, one of the seniors. Back to the other side for Struve. Again, he's got that gap, cuts it to the inside, and just able to walk in there. The Warriors not taking an opportunity to take the hit. And he's going to get all the way down to the 6-yard line. So a 19-yard gain. First and goal for the Plymouth Panthers. Getting an opportunity to take the hit. Here with 10:40 left on the New Medical Center scoreboard. Beautiful scoreboard again, thanks to Paul Snowplong for donating that here for the Waupun football program, as this is exclusively a football program, football field. And that's going to be Mella, who's going to take and run it himself. And he's going to pick up the 6 yards and a touchdown. And now the Plymouth Panthers are going to go up 20-0 on the New Medical Center scoreboard. And that's going to be Mella, who's going to take and run it himself. And he's going to pick up the 6 yards and a touchdown. And now the instant replay there. Again, I got to be quick on with the engineering here. And that's going to be drilled right through the goalposts again to make it 21-0 here from Veterans Memorial Field. We'll be back.
Saputo believes employees are the most important asset and driving force. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at $21.30 per hour, or operators starting at $23.33 per hour. Great benefits and more. Going on every Monday. Enjoy Saputo Sunday Mondays. Come to the Alto location on County Road EE every Monday from 1 to 3 p.m. for an ice cream and walk-in application and interview. Saputo Cheese is the place to be. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer. It's Saputo Cheese in Alto.
Back here to live action. Again, I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors here. And make sure I'll bring them to your attention. I thank them for being patient, as this is our first attempt at doing this. Another little short pooch kick. That's going to go to number 16, and he's going to be hit at the 35-yard line. That's going to be Jack Knipple on the return. I believe I saw that is another one of the seniors for Waupun. And the Warriors going to take over at the 35-yard line here. Again, a shout out to Ergo Bank, Dentistry of Wisconsin, Bent's Automotive, VZ Flooring, Torres Tree Service, C. Broxma Electric, Finishing Touches by Rich, and Our Bar for their sponsorship. Warriors are going to go out with twin receivers. Two wide receivers. Hull is going to try and throw, and it was read perfectly, as standing right there was one of the linemen or the linebackers as he makes the throw on the screen opportunity to Lucas Meyer for a 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Waupun Warriors. Again, thank you for your sponsorship. We're continuing to work with Radio Plus to figure out how we can keep running ads as well as keeping the live stream there. So doing my best to get those shout-outs. And again, thank you for your sponsorship. Comes right up the middle. That's going to be, I think that's Meyer. He's going to try and bounce it out. And Meyer with a lot of hard work. He's going to pick up, looks like 2 yards over there for Meyer. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 7 for the Waupun Warriors. Meyer, another one of the seniors here for the Waupun Warriors. 9 minutes left on the New Medical Center scoreboard. Thank you to New Medical Center for their sponsorship for this season. Hull rolls out, and that's going to be tipped. And that's going to end that offensive attack as it's going to be 4th down and 7 for the Waupun Warriors. They're going to come right up to the line and set up in their punt formation. So Gluin going to come back into punt formation. The Panthers have been getting close. I'm hoping that the Warriors can continue to protect it. We don't want a block punt here. A snap almost over his head, and that is it blocked. Plymouth is going to grab a hold of it. Good tackle there by Gluin, but it's going to be blocked and taken at the 27-yard line. The Panthers have been getting close. I'm hoping that the Warriors can continue to protect it. We don't want a block punt here. A snap almost over his head, and that is it blocked. Plymouth is going to grab a hold of it. Good tackle. You just see it coming. The last couple of times they were barely able to get the punt off, and they were good punts by the senior Isaac Gluin, but this time the Panthers were able to get right through the center. 2 guys standing there, and was able to block it, and then it bounced right into their arms. So here comes Plymouth back. 2 receivers. Good job there blitzing off of the corner and making the tackle. I'm not sure if Struve was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he was, so Struve's going to get no yards. As the Warrior defense steps up, can actually give him that 1-yard loss. Take that back. I don't think that was Struve. I think that was number 4, Dylan Sass. This time Mella's going to take it with Sass's lead. He's going to squirt right up to the outside, and he's going to score easily through the Waupun Warrior defense. Take that back. I don't think that was Struve. I think that was number 4, Dylan Sass. This time Mella's going to take it with Sass's lead. He's going to squirt right up to the outside, and he's going to score easily through the Waupun Warrior defense. As Kellen Mella, is the leading rusher for this team, is able to take it off of the edge of the tackle there. Good blocking scheme there. I'm not sure how they were able to collapse that whole defensive side, but they were. And a 28-yard score, and here's the extra point. And on the New Medical Center scoreboard with 8:08 left here in the second quarter, the Plymouth Panthers lead the Waupun Warriors 28-0.
Dentistry of Wisconsin has exciting news to share. They have officially moved into their brand new office in Waupun, and they have completely remodeled their Beaver Dam office too. Both offices featuring new state-of-the-art equipment and a relaxing and comforting environment. The Waupun office is now at 412 Shaler Drive, conveniently located off Highway 151. Dentistry of Wisconsin, where your smile is their business.
Welcome back here to live action from Veterans Memorial Field. You can see just a little bit off in your corner here a couple of the Warriorettes. It's youth night here for the Warriorettes. 70-plus young ladies with their pink palms over there. Looking forward to potentially being Warriorettes once they get up to the high school level. And I know that Coach Missy Dirksen has done a fantastic job of building them up all the way at the junior high. Here goes the kick by the Plymouth Panthers. That's going to be fielded by the Warriors. Hull tries to get to the center, and there's a host of Panthers to pick him up at about the 25-yard line, at the 24. And the Waupun Warriors will take over at the 24-yard line with 7:56 left here on the New Medical Center scoreboard. I know there's some other stuff that's supposed to go with that, but I haven't been able to listen closely enough to Steve Winterhack make that announcement. So I do, again, want to make sure I make a couple of individual announcements as the Warriors come up here. 1st and 10 here on at 7:56 in the second quarter, trailing 28-0. Guardiola is in now at QB, and he's going to hand it off this time to Ashton Campbell. And Campbell's going to get no gain. I'll give him about a half a yard. So we'll give him credit for that 1 yard carry. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line for the Waupun Warriors. Avery Guardiola, Isaac Gluen in motion. Guardiola back to make the pass, steps up and throws behind Campbell. I believe that was out there. Nope, that was number 84 on the attempt. Avery Guardiola, Isaac Gluen in motion. Guardiola back to make the pass, steps up and throws behind Campbell. I believe that was out there. Nope, that was number 84. Nope, no flag as the official picks it up and puts it back in his pocket. Oh, he does. And it is a penalty here. I didn't see what it was as I was looking down at my computer to make sure I was hitting the right buttons, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So now I'm not sure what's going on here as they move it back. It was illegal motion declined, so that is going to make it 3rd down and 9. The Plymouth Panthers declined that penalty to make it 3rd down. So 3rd and 9 for the Waupun Warrior defense. Some seniors getting some playing time in here, which is good to see for the Warriors. Guardiola hands it off and taken down is Isaac Gluen as he picks up 1 yard. And that's going to make it 4th down and 8. And I think they're going to go for the punt here. It would make sense that they would punt the ball. And to go for it on 4th down when you're already trailing 28-0 before halftime, it doesn't make any sense to try and help the Panthers out. So I know that looked like some of the Warriors wanted them to go for it, but that's going to be a good snap. This time steps up. Gluen's going to be able to get it off, but that's going to come right over here on this side. Picked up. Number 3 tries to get forward a little bit with it. Gains about 7 yards on the return. Gets tackled right here in front of our camera. Brings up 1st down at the 48-yard line. Well, believe it or not, I try and keep track of the plays. Waupun has run more offensive plays than the Plymouth Panthers. The problem is the Plymouth Panthers are executing on their plays, picking up huge chunks. Kellen Mella back in at QB. Pro set there with the 2 running backs. They send a blitz. Mella tries to get out, gets out of the grasp. He's going to take off running, trying to step up and make the tackle, avoids one, tries to get down the sideline, and then he's going to get thrown out of bounds by Mason Holes. Not before he's able to pick up almost 30 yards, so Mella picks up, looks like 28 yards on the scamper. First and 10. That off tackle handoff again on that inside. And that time it's going to go to number 4, Dylan Sass. Sass. It's going to be 2nd down and 6, and the Waupun Warriors are going to take a timeout, and we'll join them here at Veterans Memorial Field. We'll be back after this message.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Jorge. I was treated at New Medical Center for rainy pain. Could not do the stairs or kick the soccer ball. So now I can do the stairs, play soccer again, and I can walk over 3 miles with no pain at all. I recommend this to any pain of the joints for everybody.
Go to newmedicalctr.com. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back here to live action. 2nd and 7 here in the second quarter on the New Medical Center scoreboard. The Plymouth Panthers lead 28-0. Mellon again to that off tackle, dives it right through, and that's going to be number Sass making the touchdown. On the New Medical Center scoreboard, the Plymouth Panthers lead 28-0. Mellon again to that off tackle, dives it right through, and that's going to be number Sass. 34-0 by the Plymouth Panthers. And I know that they're dominating here, but they did make several mistakes in this first half, especially on the penalties, and they've been able to recover against a Waupun Warriors team who's kind of just outmatched tonight. That makes it 35-0 here in the first half. And there's still 5:51 left on the scoreboard. Again, as I was mentioning earlier, Plymouth, Waupun has actually run more offensive plays than the Plymouth Panthers. But the Plymouth Panthers have been much more efficient in scoring. And I'm looking down here on the field, and I see that it looks like number 23 for the Plymouth Panthers, Ian Struve, has his helmet off. So he may not even get back into the game, and he's been the leading rusher. Every time he's touched the ball, it's been a big hitter almost, and he's scored so far on the evening 2 touchdowns. But again, he's had some massive runs for the Plymouth Panthers. So Plymouth Panthers at least showing offensively why they are ranked number 6 in Division III. Get ready for the kickoff. Here comes the kick. Good deep kick. It's going to be picked up by Hull. Hull's going to try and come up the center. And once again, Plymouth does a nice job of staying disciplined and staying in their lanes and makes the tackle at the 25-yard line where the Waupun Warriors will take over. 1st and 10 with 5:39 left here again on the scoreboard. Again, you can see in the background there all of the pink palms there as the Waupun Youth Warriorettes are going to be performing tonight at halftime. And as most of you know, my daughter was very involved in the Warriorettes program and went to state with their Warriorettes team 3 times. So I'm going to continue to give those huge shout-outs to Coach Missy Dirksen and to Amanda, assistant coach at the time, and now Joanna. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on the last name, but she was part of the team, and that's going to be Hull scrambling for his life trying to get out, and he gets tackled from behind at the 20-yard line. So Hull's going to go down. That's going to count as a rush, and he's going to be sacked for a 5-yard loss. And it brings up 2nd down for the Waupun Warriors back at the 20-yard line. Joanna Renz, so there we go. I apologize for that, Joanna. I was drawing a blank there. So I want to continue to give a shout out to their program. They have done awesome things, bringing some great recognition to the program of dance here in Waupun. And Coach Missy Dirksen has done a fantastic job of growing and supporting this program and building up a citywide program. So stick with us here at halftime as we'll see if I can pick up the sound and watch these young ladies perform. Going back in motion is Nyber. Gets the toss over there to Campbell. Campbell's going to be tackled in the backfield for a 6-yard loss on the toss. Warriors don't have the speed to be running a toss play. as the Plymouth Panthers are really shooting the gaps as they're sending in their 3-4 defense, and they're sending those linebackers in through those gaps behind those D linemen that they've got spread out, and they've got the one defensive end that they have out there. And he's lined up currently right now to the short side of the field. And he's been pretty much lined up to that side from what I can tell again. So 3rd down and 20. So Warriors going the wrong direction. Hull under center once again. And there's going to be a timeout that's going to be called with 3:50, and that's going to be the second timeout. And we'll take this opportunity to give a couple of our sponsors a chance to get some recognition.
Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most. Contact Christine File Agent at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun or call 920-324-3488 today. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
So once again, back here, live action at Veterans Memorial Field here in Waupun. 3:50 left on the New Medical Center scoreboard. 35-0 is the score with the Plymouth Panthers over the Waupun Warriors. Running clock, anything over 35 points. So right now, as long as the Warriors can keep Plymouth off of the board, they'll still at least have some time left in the third quarter. Meyer's going to go in motion. They're going to try this wheel route, and it's almost picked off again as Hull was trying to hit Meyer on the wheel route, which was easily read there by the D-back, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Waupun Warriors, and would assume they're going to have to punt once again, and I did not keep track of the number of punts. I have a hard enough time keeping track of the yardage and trying to get the instant replay and all of that stuff. I wish I could do more. See if I can build a program maybe to help me keep track of that. That one might have been tipped also by as I glue it on the rush. Picked up by Plymouth. He's going to reverse field. Trying to get upfield is number 19. Makes a move right here at the center field. Gets around the edge. Has blockers. Cuts it inside. Tries to avoid a tackle. Does. Makes a couple of another juke moves. Still on his feet. It's number 19, and then he's going to be taken down at about the 5-yard line. On the edge, has blockers, cuts it inside, tries to avoid a tackle, does, makes a couple of another juke moves, still on his feet. It's number 19, and then he's going to be taken down at about the 5-yard line. Andrew Miller with a huge return for the Plymouth Panthers. Also want to give, again, I can see him walking over there. You can see him in the background, too. A huge shout-out to the pep band. Is there also the marching band is going to be performing tonight. Mella hands it off to number 4, and he's going to score from 5 yards out. And that's going to be the 6th touchdown. As number 4, Dylan Sass is going to score once again for the Plymouth Panthers. Still with 3:17 left on the clock. And it'll be here's the kick, and that's going to be up the middle of the goalpost, and it's going to be 42-0 here, was still with 3 minutes left here in the first half.
Make an impact within your community with Marian University's Bachelor of Social Work program. Experience direct client contact from your very first course, taught by faculty with years of field experience. Apply to Marian University today. Explore the mind and expand yours. With Marian University's Psychology Bachelor's program, experience exciting classes, professional conferences, field placements, and a 93% job placement rate. Apply to Marian University today.
Welcome back here to Veterans Memorial Field. Once again, I want to give a shout out to Radio Plus, so thank you for teaming up I've been doing live streaming for the last several years. Really, and I tell everybody this, so as to calm me down as a parent, because it was a little bit out of control, and I admit that. But I think it helped me out, and now I've enjoyed doing these broadcasts, so thank you to them for giving me the opportunity. Here's the kickoff. Fielded a little bit short at the 15, and then scrunched again hard at the 25 is going to be number 24 for the Waupun Warriors. That's going to be Hayden Reeder, as he's going to be taken down right there at the 25-yard line. So if you would, please, I would really like you to give a thank you, please, to Radio Plus and let them know that you've enjoyed this broadcast. Again, it's working on getting better at doing these types of things. I enjoy it. I'm hoping that I can connect with Steve Winterhack and possibly Randy Armga when the playoffs come rolling around here for the volleyball program. I know that they've got a camera inside of the gym, but it's just not the same when you can't match up the voice of the radio with the broadcast. And I think we've done a pretty decent job when we've connected together. So if you want to go back and listen to the Little Brown Jug game with Ripon, I think that was a nice broadcast. Here come the Warriors. Guardiola back in, hands it off to the fullback. We'll see if we can pick up who that fullback was. I didn't see quite in the lineup. Getting up to his feet is Lucas Meyer. Meyer's going to pick up 1 yard on the carry. I'm going to mark it as no gain. So we'll try and keep it as accurate as possible. No gain on the carry by Meyer. Second down and 10. 2:40 left on the New Medical Center scoreboard. 42-0. The Waupun Warriors trailing the Plymouth Panthers. Coming in motion is Nyber, trying to get around us outside. Cuts it inside. Nice move there by Nyber, as he's going to be able to pick up 3 yards. Good read there by Nyber as he cut inside. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 7. With the clock continuing to roll. And we'll have a running clock unless the Warriors can do something about it here with these last 2 minutes for the second half. And I believe the Plymouth Panthers are going to take over. They're going to get the ball right after the kickoff, too. So Guardiola drops, tries to hit the slant, and that's overthrows Nyber. And I believe the Plymouth Panthers are going to take over. They're going to get the ball right after the kickoff, too. So Guardiola drops, tries to hit the slant, and that's overthrown. One of the things I have noticed here is obviously the quality of the broadcast is better when you have good internet, and we're running off of MiFi here as we don't have a hardwire system at the Veterans Memorial Field here, connecting it to the school. Going for it here on 4th down. Guardiola looks. This time he throws it again deep, and the Panthers just make sure that they sandwich Nyber, and they're going to turn it over on downs with 1:41 left here in the first half. So we'll see what the Plymouth Panthers decide to do. My assumption would be that they're going to put in the second team, but we'll see. Kellen Mella still going back out there. Yeah, we haven't seen Struve, but we have seen Sass, who's also was the 3rd leading carrier on the team behind Struve and Mella. So I understand all of the intricacies with the all-conference selections. Good job there by Gluin to step up and hit Sass for no gain. Good defensive play there by Gluin. Sorry, I missed that instant replay button for you there, Isaac. Here on senior night, it was a good read. So he was stuck in the hole. Good pinch there by the defensive lineman of the Warriors. Not to give up that hole this time, and Gluin makes the good read and comes in and makes the hit. So the clock is rolling on the New Medical Center scoreboard. Almost down to a minute. Plymouth Panthers up 42-0. Fumble picked up there, and he goes down on the fumble recovery. It's going to be number 6 is going to make that fumble recovery. That's going to be Braden Larson with the fumble recovery for the Warriors. 2-0. Fumble picked up there, and he goes down on the fumble recovery. So Mella loses it. I think he was wasn't sure if he was going to try and keep it. The running back certainly wasn't expecting to take it on that run-pass option, the RPO, and falls out of Mella's hands, and the Warriors are going to pick it up with 59 seconds left here, and they actually gain on the play from where they were at, brings it all the way up to the 34-yard line. Skin, Warriors, coming in motion is Gluin. Guardiola drops back to pass. Steps up, tries to throw, and it was almost picked off again as he was trying to throw it to Ashton Campbell. Another incomplete pass for the Warriors. Stops the clock at 54 seconds left here. 2nd down and 10. For the Waupun Warriors, Avery Guardiola in at quarterback for this series. Has run both. Hull had the majority of the snaps in at QB, and seemingly with the game out of range for the Warriors, giving the seniors a chance to play. Meyer's going to pick it up and try and cut it up, and this time for a 2-yard gain, Plymouth Panthers read that play, and it brings up a 3rd down. Still have 1 timeout left on the board for the Warriors, so you can take a little bit of time here to try and get this play off and still get it to 4th down and still possibly run a 4th down play if they're not able to pick up the 1st down here. So coming out here is number 15 for the Warriors, Braden Torres. Going in motion is Meyer. Fakes goes to Campbell on the inside, and Campbell's going to be hit right there after about a 1-yard gain. Coming out here is number 15 for the Warriors, Braden Torres. Going in motion is Meyer. Fakes goes to Campbell on the inside, and Campbell's going to be hit. And that's going to do it here from Veterans Memorial Field. That's going to be the end of the first half as the Waupun Warriors trail the Plymouth Panthers 42-0. We'll see if we can put together a little bit of some stats. I do want to stay right here, and we're going to make sure that we get a chance to see these youth Warriorettes performing with their pink palms. And I'll see if I can put that microphone out the window and see if we can pick up the sound. But they're going to come after the Waupun Marching Band, so we're going to also stay here and give a little bit of love to our band for all of the hard work that they do. And again, I think several of you know also that my wife is middle school music and helps develop this program and has a lot of pride in what she's able to produce. And they have their challenges, especially during COVID, to try and teach and provide the instruction when they're wearing masks. So do have a couple of the football players you can see in uniform, so I've got to give a huge shout out to them as well for stepping in here and making sure that they're going to perform with their bandmates. So let's see if we can hear the band.
The Waupun Warrior Marching Band will be performing their blues by show 1. Final time, and it'll be like a junior, senior high soccer field. Come see all of the band students and grades 7 through 12 perform the lights one last time this fall. There should be a great performance. Once again, thank you to the Waupun Warrior Marching Band. Now taking the field are your Warrior Saint team along with your Warrior Youth Dancers. They'll be performing a pond dance tonight to Emily. The Warriors would like to say thank you to all the youth dancers for participating in this year's fall clinic. They had an awesome day dancing with you, so good luck to all of our dancers.
Okay, what do you got? Awesome. Nothing on board now. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's so for I used to have an account. I don't know if I paid for it or not, but I'm not gonna. And once again, that was the Waupun Warriorettes performing tonight for Youth Night. So a huge shout out again, and a huge shout out to the Waupun Warriors band for their performance this evening as well. We're going to take a few breaks here, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit of numbers that I have here for halftime. And I'm going to give the American Family Insurance Christine File, instead of the post-game report, since I rarely have a stay here and do that post-game report, I'm going to give her credit for the halftime report that we're going to have here. So you're listening to Jeff Sauer here from the Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth, and we'll be back here after a few messages from our sponsors.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Christine File Agent at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun or call 920-324-3488 today. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Chronic joint pain. It's all you think about. It prevents you from doing the things you love, like playing with your kids and grandkids, golfing, going for a walk, or just trying to tie your shoes. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, Learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Julie B. I was treated at the new medical center for my left knee. So before the injection, I had pain when I wanted to walk 2 times a day. Now I can do those 2 walks down to the river with my dog without any problems whatsoever. My pain is gone. For anyone who's experiencing the knee pain or even a possible knee surgery, I would definitely check out this place. The injection really worked well for me, and I think it can work for you.
Go to newmedicalctr.com. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine.
Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry is a proud sponsor in today's game. Celebrating 10 years in business, Nathan specializes in kitchen and bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, new construction, additions, and more. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry also has an in-house designer on staff with virtual reality designs to help visualize your space before construction starts. Quality, efficiency, and integrity. Nathan Potrat's Custom Carpentry. See Nathan's work at potratscarpentry.com and like them on Facebook.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back here to Waupun Veterans Memorial Field. Just a little bit of stats that we have going on. First of all, a huge shout out to Big Nate Youngs for giving us some updates on some other East Central Conference action as the Berlin Indians lead 19-0 over the KML Chargers. And the Kewaskum Indians are up 29-7 over the Ripon Tigers. So here's what I have so far. Again, these are completely unofficial stats, and we'll start out with the Plymouth Panthers. So what I've got so far for the Plymouth Panthers is I've got number 23 for the Panthers. That was, I'm drawing out, Ian Struve. He's got 8 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns here in the first half. And number 4, Dylan Sass, has 4 carries for 31 yards and 1 touchdown. And Kellen Mellon, number 7, has 4 carries for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. They also had 2 fumbles so far in this contest, one by Sass and one by Mellon. Their passing attack has been non-existent as Mellon is 0 for 4 with no yards passing. And obviously then no touchdowns or no interceptions. So that gives a total for the Plymouth Panthers of 16 carries. I've got them unofficially again for 223 yards and 5 touchdowns. Up somewhere here I'm missing a touchdown because they obviously have 6. So I'm not sure where I missed that I'm not sure where I missed that last touchdown. I think that was Struve as well, so I got to add 2 touchdowns to, not Struve, I take that back, to number 4, Sass. So I've also got to add up to his totals there. So obviously it's unofficial. You can see over on the far side the Waupun Warriors getting ready to kick off the ball to the Plymouth Panthers coming up here in this second half. For the Waupun Warriors, some interesting stats again here. So what we've got for the Warriors, we've got 5 ball carriers for the Warriors. On the ground, number 87, Ashton Campbell, leading the way with 10 carries for 12 yards. That's number 5 number 28, Lucas Meyer, has 5 carries for 6 yards. I've got Isaac Gluen with 2 carries for a -3 yards. And we've got number 4, Anthony Nyber, with 2 carries for a -1 yard, and Easton Hull with 1 carry for a -5 yards. So we've got 20 carries for the Warriors for a total of 9 yards and no touchdowns and no fumbles. On the passing front, Easton Hull, 2 for 8. Both of those receptions are going to Lucas Meyer, 1 for a 6-yard loss and 1 for a 1-yard gain, so a total of -5 yards on the passing. And Avery Guardiola, 0 for 4, so a total of 2 for 12. And here we go with the kickoff. Plymouth is going to pick it up on the run, drops it, and there's a chance that the Warriors just missed it as they had the opportunity to land on that ball and take it away from the Plymouth Panthers. But we're going to have a running clock here in the first half. Running clock. So it's going to be 42-0 here on our new Medical Center scoreboard. Plymouth Panthers are going to come up to the line and take over with their first possession here. But once again, there's no way for the Warriors to stop that clock from running unless they're able to get their own touchdown. There's a snap. Still got Mellon in there. This time he hands it off to number 32. For the Plymouth Panthers. And he's going to gain 3 yards. So that's going to be Marco Troca. Fumble by Troca. And able to get back on it before the Warriors are able to get on it. So Troca fumbles that one. That's going to count as a 4-yard loss. So he had a 3-yard gain, and then he's going to have fumbles that ball. He's able to keep possession. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Plymouth Panthers. From their own 38-yard line, here from Veterans Memorial Field in Waupun. East Central Conference game here between the number 6 ranked Plymouth Panthers. Toss, put out here, tries to turn it up, makes a couple of moves, gets tackled right out here in front of us. Picks up about 8 yards, it looks like. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 4th and 2. Trying to see if they're going to make the read. So Mella still is going to be back in the QB position. And he also does the punting, so they're going to get themselves set up to determine whether or not they're actually going to punt. So he's able to get him to jump. The Warriors undisciplined there. They're going to give a free 5 yards. And that's going to give the Plymouth Panthers the first down. So the Warriors had a chance to stop the Plymouth Panthers on their first drive here, and unable to do so, as Kellen Mella is still staying in the game here at QB. I guess that's kind of surprising to me. Yes, again, as I was talking before, stats are important for this all-conference recognition, but, man, you've just handed the Waupun Warriors a licking here in the first half, and continuing to do that with your starting QB. I mean, first of all, it's risky. Good 3-yard run there by Troca. For the Panthers. Brings up 2nd down and 7. So once again, Mella is in there. This time gives it to Troca on the other side. Troca finds a little bit of a hole, squirts forward. Looks like he's going to pick up a couple of yards, and that'll be another 4 yards. And that's going to make it third down and 2. 3rd and 3. From the 49. I'll take that back, the 41. Misreading the line markers here on the football field. Back again to that shotgun with a pro set, the 2 backs in the backfield. Hands it again. This time it's going to be to Troca again, and he's going to pick up the first down, I believe. Just trying to make sure that this time I was number 33. That's not Troca. That's going to be Kalen Lund with the carry. So he picks up enough for the first down. So you got 32 and 33 in the backfield, so we're going to really have to pay attention here. And I haven't had a chance to hit that instant replay button yet, so we'll see if we can get that to work. This time, good job there by the Waupun Warriors defense. A good run for an instant replay. So you got 32 and 33 in the backfield, so we're going to really have to pay attention here. And I haven't had a chance to hit that instant replay button yet, so we'll see if we can get that to work. This time, good job there by the Waupun. So get it ready back here to live action. Running clock again for the rest of the game would be the assumption here. So there's still, that's 6:30 already off of the New Medical Center scoreboard. So you can see that scoreboard there up in your upper right-hand corner. Mella's going to give it to Lund. Lund's going to get the corner. He's going to get hit. No flag, I guess, on the play. And Lund this time is going to pick up a huge 10 yards. So a 10-yard gain there by Lund is going to make it 3rd down and 5. We'll give him 11 yards on that. Makes it 3rd and 4. Ooh, that's going to be snapped over his head. Mella's going to go back and pick it up. Has time, then he goes down. And a huge play there for the Waupun Warriors as Mella is going to take a huge, that's going to take him back. So that's going to be a 10, 15, 22-yard loss. And that's going to go to Mella overhead, over the snap over his head. And this will still bring in the punt team. The clock continuing to roll, so 5 minutes remain on the clock. Mella punts that one down, takes a Plymouth bounce, and that's going to roll down to about the 11-yard line. And it's going to be touched down there by the Plymouth Panthers. And that's where the Warriors are going to take over and get their first possession here with about 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the New Medical Center scoreboard. So the Warriors are going to get out here, see if they can get something rolling on the offensive side, see if they can get rid of that 0 up on the scoreboard. See if we can set at least some of the offensive players. So we got Avery Guardiola is going to be in at quarterback, senior night here. And Lund is going to be out here, or take that back, Landon Fry is going to be out here for the Warriors. Going in motion is Nyber. Nyber is going to see if he can get the corner turned up, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. So a good gain there on the first carry. Picks up 3 yards for the Waupun Warriors. Obviously the biggest enemy, though, for the Warriors is that clock, as that clock is going to continue to roll here. You know, and one of the emails that was sent out there is wondering how things were going to look for Waupun crowd. So after the Warriorettes and the band performed, it's gotten a little bit thin here as far as fans, but not in the students section, so you can still hear the students cheering. It's going to be an inside hand to Campbell, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain, it looks like, by Campbell. So Warriors have picked up 3 yards and 2 yards on their 2 plays here. Actually, we'll give him 3, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 4 for the Warriors. time is ticking away. Nyber's going in motion. Guardiola's going to try and pass. Hits a screen. Has a chance. And there's going to be a flag thrown, as it might be holding. We'll see if it's is a holding play on the defense. So it looked like that's the way that it was thrown, as Nyber was trying to get out into the flats, and he was tackled coming out there, and Meyer had the middle screen. So Meyer is able to pick up, I think. No flag on the play is what's going to be the call. So Guardiola is going to get his first completion of the night, and that's going to be to Lucas Meyer, and Meyer is going to pick up good 6 yards there on that play. Give him credit for 6 yards. And a first down to the Waupun Warriors offense, as they're trying to get things rolling here in this second half to at least erase that 0 on the board. And I would think that Plymouth is going to do everything they can to keep it there. So Nyber has it, picked up, and he is going to get tracked down after he picks up 1 yard on the carry, and a good tackle there by the Plymouth lineman. I think that was number 57. I don't usually get a chance to make those defensive calls, but I could see that one clear right here as number 57 was able to shoot the gap untouched and was able to get in, but Nyber is able to still pick up a 1 yard gain. Make it 2nd and 9 here from Veterans Memorial Field. Guardiola's going to go back. He's going to try and launch this. The D-back got a read on it, and that's going to be just out of reach of number 16 for the Warriors, Jack Knippel. And that's going to be 3rd down now here for the Warriors. 3rd and 9. And we're almost to the end of the third quarter already, so you get a little bit of possession by the Plymouth Panthers here, taking control of the ball. Then they make a mistake and have it snap over their head, get the punt. The Warriors are running their 5th offensive play here in the quarter. That's going to be snapped over the head of Guardiola. Here comes the Panthers. Guardiola smart, jumps on top of it and takes it. And that's going to be a loss for Guardiola's, gets credit for that huge loss. So that's going to go backwards. That looks like that's going to be a 11-yard loss. So that's going to snap over his head, and that's going to do it here for the third quarter, as running clock ends up running here out of time. And we're going to make sure that we get a chance here to give a shout-out to some of our sponsors while they change in. So once again, I want to make sure, huge shout-out again to Home and Auto Sales for their continued sponsorship. And we're broadcasting here from the Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth, so thank you again, Waupun Equipment. Huge shout-out to the New Medical Center for all of their advertisements that they have, as well as for their scoreboard sponsorship. Ergo Bank, Nathan Potraz Custom Carpentry. And I don't have all these stories that Steve Winterhack has here, having grown up in Waupun all of his life and graduated from the high school. I've bounced around and do a lot of these things myself, or find some of my relatives who can help out. So I don't usually get in these situations where I have these variety of people helping out here, but I know that it's important to have them here. So shout out to Dentistry of Wisconsin. Bent's Automotive, huge sponsor. I do know that for many years. VZ Flooring, Torres Tree Service, C. Broxma Electric, finishing touches by Rich, and Our Bar. And I'm hoping again that you're enjoying this broadcast, and if you would, just let Radio Plus know that you appreciate all of their support to help make this happen. If you haven't seen me set stuff up, I would recommend coming down to the ice rink sometime and see what it looks like. So it looks like Waupun is going to go from the shotgun here on 4th down and 21. 4 wide receivers. Campbell to the right of Hull. So a chance, I guess, to run their offense a little bit from a different situation. So Hull's going to pick it up. He's going to try and have to go down deep. Throws it short. It looked like they were going to try a crossing route, maybe a hook and ladder, and that's going to do it. On 4th down, the Warriors are going to turn it over as Easton Hull has an incomplete pass. And the Waupun Warriors give the ball to the Plymouth Panthers down at the 14-yard line. So Plymouth is going to take over at the 14. Looks like we've got a new quarterback in here for Plymouth. That's going to be number 3, Jake Steinhardt. So we got Steinhardt in at quarterback, and he's going to give it to Lund. Lund's going to try and get the edge, cuts it back in on inside, runs a little bit of power there, and he's able to pick up, it looks like about 6 yards maybe. So Steinhardt comes in at QB and gives it over to number 33, Kalen Lund. And Lund again is going to pick up 6 yards on the carry, so gives the possession to the Panthers inside the 20-yard line. So let's see if we can change a little bit of camera. Hand it off to the inside this time. Not sure if that was Lund again or not. See if we can pick up if that was. It looks like that was Kalen Lund again on the carry. And he's going to pick up 2 yards and make it 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. Time is ticking away, tick, tick, tick with this running clock. Nothing that they can do about it here with this score differential. Plymouth once again. It's going to be handed this time to number 35. He slams on the brakes and cuts it up straight, and he's able to get into the end zone for the touchdown. That's going to be Mason Meyer on the touchdown carry. He's able to pick up 8 yards and a touchdown. And the Plymouth Panthers are going to go up 48-0 here on the New Medical Center scoreboard. So on senior night, Waupun Warriors are struggling to send their seniors off with any positive recognition for the hard work that they've put into this program so far. Extra point is good. That makes it 49-0. We'll be back.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Jorge. I was treated at New Medical Center for right knee pain. Could not do the stairs or kick the soccer ball. So now I can do the stairs, play soccer again, and I can walk over 3 miles with no pain at all. I recommend this to any pain of the joints for everybody.
Go to newmedicalctr.com. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757. Your health is our mission.
Sorry about the camera flip there. So swarmed over at about the 19-yard line. The Warriors are going to take over. And the clock starts back up, tick, tick, tick after the score. 49-0 here from Veterans Memorial Field. And as I was saying before, I mean, it has been very interesting. One of the things I've done the broadcasting before on the road, especially for hockey. I haven't done football. And I just started doing soccer at home as well. And everybody knows that's seen the broadcasting. There's a lot of equipment that I'm hauling around with me to get set up. And if you don't have decent internet, the broadcast is really terrible. So I'm glad that we've been able to get some connection with the MiFis here. Again, it's not as strong as if we were hardwired. Nyber's able to pick up. Looks like he may have picked up 9 yards there. for the Warriors. So 2nd and 1. But it's been enjoyable going to these other places for the football games, and they've been really great hosts, and I'm hoping that I can continue to do this. I'm looking forward to doing it again now with the COVID restrictions hopefully lifted. Also during some of the hockey season, I've already made some commitments to help do some of the Beaver Dam hockey. There's a toss over to Glue, and that's going to go over his head, and he's going to get swarmed under as Guardiola tossed it over the top, and he's going to lose 4 yards. So Gluen recovers the fumble, but he gets also the credit for the loss, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 5. At the 25-yard line here for the Warriors. So you never know what you're going to get when you go to these other facilities, but so far they've been pretty decent. So I'll be heading to Kewaskum. Here comes a pass by Guardiola. Pumps, and he's throwing a short arm that one a little bit. Throw that one in the dirt as he tried to throw that to Mason Holes, and that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Warriors. So the clock is still running. I'm assuming, again, Coach Walters is just going to let them still continue to try and get their offense rolling. Doesn't matter where Plymouth is going to get the ball, and hopefully that their defense will be able to stop them. You don't want to see a bunch of scores put up on the scoreboard where you've given up 50 points. So they've already done that once this year to Port Washington, and they gave up 40 to Berlin. So here's an inside handoff picked up there by Campbell, and Campbell gets a big gainer, picks up 10, and then it looks like he may have fumbled the ball, so we'll see what's going to be the call here. Plymouth is saying, we got it. Let's see what the call is. And they're going to say, no, Waupun is going to retain possession. So the Waupun Warriors pick up a 1st down on that 10-yard carry by Campbell. Keep possession. But biggest gain, I think, of the night for the Waupun Warriors, are pretty close to it. Obviously, though, you can see on the New Medical Center scoreboard up there in the right-hand corner that right now is their enemy. That clock is ticking away. Back into their double wing, coming back in motion. Then with that inside handoff, it's going to be Nyber, and the Panthers have sniffed that baby out every single time. So he's going to get credit for picking up, let's go 2 yards on that one for Nyber. He's going to make it 2nd down and 8. So this is going to do it for the last home game here for the Waupun Warriors in this season. So again, they're going to travel to Kewaskum next Friday, and I'll be there on the broadcast for that game. It's the next game where KML might be an issue, so I'm hoping that we can come up with some kind of switcheroo here to get this broadcast here. Run into each other is Guardiola and number 24, Hayden Reeder, and he's going to get no gain. We're actually going to give him 1 yard loss for Reeder. That's going to make it 3rd down and 8. So give Nyber 3 yards on the carry on his last carry. Loss of 1 to Hayden Reeder. 3rd down. Under 5 minutes to play already. Guardiola's going to roll out, looking to see if he's got the flood over here. Throws it low. He had a receiver, and on the run he throws it low to Reeder, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Warriors. Sorry, I think I probably missed that on the camera action. Again, zoomed in a little bit here, so could have got that other end. I'll widen that out. My apologies, as he was rolling out here towards the camera action, so rolling out to his right, and he had the typical flood pattern here where you got one in the flats, one medium on the out, and then you've got one that's a little bit deeper on a deeper out, and was unable to execute. Got one wide receiver out the top. He's going to roll that same way. He's got one out here. Does hit this time. He hits Nyber. Nyber's going to catch it and get out of bounds. at about the 45-yard line. So a nice throw there on 4th down. It's going to pick up 16 yards on that play to Nyber. It's going to be a 1st down for the Waupun Warriors. Here's they're continuing to move this ball a little bit, but there's a flag down on the opposite side of the field. I did not see it there, so that'll wipe out that play. And they're going backwards. So looking at seeing what the call is, that's a 10-yard penalty for the Warriors, so it must have been a hold over on that side, I'm guessing. On the back side of the play, with the flag thrown on that side of the field. Boy, that is a certain killer for the Warriors. That's going to bring up 4th and a country mile, which is a good thing because here at Veterans Memorial, even though we're in the city, it certainly feels like that it's kind of a rural setting here for Veterans Memorial Field. So they got it down as 4th and 22. So Guardiola's going to drop back. He's going to throw to the backside on that wheel route that they've tried to hit before and overthrows Gluen, and that's going to be turned over on downs, and the Plymouth Panthers are going to take over at the 25-yard line here on senior night. So the Plymouth Panthers certainly are going to be able to continue to hold on to the number 6 spot in the Division III rankings. They may be able to move up depending upon how some of these other games play out. I didn't get any report from Port Washington, as they like to use for their broadcast instead of using YouTube like Radio Plus. Again, thank you to our sponsors that we can do this for no extra cost to you as fans. But they use the NFHS, so that's the National Federation channel, and you got to pay to have a subscription. Dashing through the hole as Lund, he makes a cut, and here's going to go Lund into the end zone, and Lund is going to score a touchdown from the 25-yard line. So Lund is going to pick up his touchdown for the Plymouth Panthers. Bring this guy score to 55-0 as the Panthers are able to put another touchdown up on the board here in the second half. Even with a running clock, they still got 2 minutes left here. Going for the extra point is going to be number 5, Owen Plate this time. And Plate's able to put it through the middle for the extra point, and that's going to be 56-0. So that is going to be the most points that the Waupun Warriors football program is going to give up this season. They gave up 54 to Port Washington, and now 56 to Plymouth. And yes, definitely Plymouth is probably the class act of the conference. However, boy, I don't know what you say about giving up 56 points on your last home game and at senior night. And I get it, injuries, I get the COVID situation. Obviously, it's had a huge impact on everybody. And so if it's been impacting us, you've got to think it's had an impact on some of these other programs. And they've been able to do everything to continue to be able to perform. So I don't know how the Waupun Warriors are going to recover. Again, you've got Kewaskum and you got KML that are going to still be here for these Warriors to have to play, and both of them have shown that they can be competitive. That might go out of bounds, and that'll give the Warriors the ball. I believe it comes out to the, does that come out to the 40-yard line? Again, I haven't stayed quite on top. I think that it comes out, I think it does come out to the 40 for the Warriors since it was kicked out of bounds. So they'll have good possession here. The problem is you've only got 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to try and get rid of that 0 up on the scoreboard. Shout out again from the Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth. Thank you again to Nathan Potraz Custom Carpentry. Let's start with your dreams and build from there. Log on to potrazcarpentry.com. Call 410-4146. Nathan Potraz Custom Carpentry. So the Warriors' offense was set way back. They weren't even in the screen. So you can see they were set way back, all the way back at the 20-something. They get the ball at the 35. Here comes Guardiola with an inside handoff. Gives it to Campbell. Campbell gets about 4 yards. Clock is continuing to tick away here with this running clock for Plymouth Panthers. Everybody packed up at the line. Obviously, they're not expecting to get beat deep. One of the corners out here is given 5 yards. The other is given 7. Guardiola again with the inside handoff. Trying to see who that was to. I think that was to number 24, Hayden Reeder. So I'm assuming that other play was also to Reeder. So I missed that. I apologize for not giving you that recognition that you deserve. Give him 1 yard on that, so it's going to make it 3rd down and 5. So Reeder with 5 yards on these first two carries. Clock is rolling here. Warriors up to the line. 3rd down, coming in motion. Toss play over here to Nyber. Nyber makes a couple of moves, tries to step around, still up on his feet, and then he's going to get swarmed over there. Looks like he's going to pick up 2 yards. And that's going to make it, let's go 3 yards on that. 4th and 2 to the Waupun Warriors. And this looks like this might be the last offensive play as you got the clock ticking away here. 15 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the first snap. Coming in motion, gives it inside again to Reeder, and Reeder's going to come close to the 1st down. The clock is going to continue to run, and that's going to do it here as they're not even going to go for the measurement. And that's going to do it here for the Waupun Warriors on senior night here from Veterans Memorial Field as the Waupun Warriors lose to the Plymouth Panthers here in East Central action 56-0 as the number 6 ranked Plymouth Panthers come in here and show why they are such a dominant program, and they have done fantastic over the last several years. Taking control over this conference. And the Waupun Warriors just had no answers for these Panthers tonight. So that's going to do it here from the Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth. Thank you again to the sponsors, Christine File, American Family Insurance, for your sponsorship of the post-game show, which we're not going to have much of one. But again, to all of our other sponsors, thank you again. Appreciate the opportunity to bring you this broadcast, and without your support,